What would you say to these young brothers that's trying to be fathers, but the door will not open for them to do that?
Well, one thing I've learned on this journey, being over 20 years of helping fathers, is you got to walk it down. You really got to hang in there, and you got to walk the procedure down, and you got to keep pushing. Because it takes work to get beyond that, because the court system is so forgiving. You know, like I was explaining to the young brother, we had a young lady who went in court and lied about her address, lied about, who was the father. I mean, she just kept lying, lie after lie after lie, and the judge gave her every opportunity, but we just kept walking it down, and we kept paperworking it and walking it down. And my friend eventually now has custody of his children. And what happens is you get a record. They get a record of being a habitual liar, those types of things. You just have to be patient. And then at the same time, you got to also be humble in changing the atmosphere. One is going to be very, very aggressive and very angry. The other has to be calm.
That's right.
Listen. I always tell people, I just had a young man in the shop the other day, just listen. If you listen to what the people are saying around you, you will most definitely find out who you're walking with, who you're working with, and what kind of people that they really are. All you got to do is listen. If that fits your spirit, then you walk with them. If it does not fit your spirit, you find something that fits your spirit. Fatherhood, what we're trying to do is make fatherhood sweet. We're not trying to make fatherhood like it's the thing. You know what I'm saying? So we come in gear, jackets, men, music. I'm just never going to stop. I'm tell you that right now. With everything that God has given me, vision and all, I'm passionate about it. But more so, if we can just get more and more men, because as brothers that's globally, they're stepping up. They're doing more things. We used to host a show called Daddy Talk on Blog Radio, me and a brother out of New York. And we had people on there that you wouldn't even think that had relationships or poor relationships with the mother. And all we did was just listen. Women sometimes just want to be heard.
That's right. That's right. I need to know that you can feel me, and you can do that well by just listening to me, and that's coming from a female. Amen. I'm so grateful to have you guys. We're going to have you come back and finish this, Brother Mark Cummings, Information Matriculator, Syndicate, Calvin Man, Good Fathers Only, and Nathan Joyner, who's my young brother in the ministry now. I want to say that for those of you that are listening today, it is so far beyond time that we are spectators. It is time to be participators. There's enough organizations that's working towards making our community better, that are moving positively. You need to get involved with somebody. You can get involved with the United Communities. We got Good Fathers organizations. It Takes a Village, y'all. We got Mothers Against Murdered Children. We got Barry Ross, and I can't think of the name of his organization right now. It's Coalition Against Violence. There's so many things to do. Stop spectating. Together we can. United we stand. We do have a plan. Amen. This is Pastor Ovella. I'll be back tomorrow. Thank you guys for being here today.
Thank you.
Whatever you do, make sure and do your best. Amen.
Love you. That was an episode from NETD. Great interview with Pastor Ovella. Shout out to VIP Mentoring. Shout out to Amazing Women's Network. Shout out to Child of God Video Photography. Shout out to Faithness Hair Salon. And shout out to Encourage Me, I'm Young. I appreciate everything. God bless you. This is only the beginning. Encourage me. I'm young.
And Ray Lewis talking, I kind of circled that area right there. So I said, no, that's the right choice.
Wow. Wow.
And this
Right
one,
choice. Question mark.
now, I don't know if you recall, back in 2005, Bill Bennett, our former education secretary under Ronald Reagan, said, if you want to end crime, abort all black babies.
Oh, I do know that this has been the big, the big genocide.
Oh man, I went nuts on Twitter about that when I had Rick came across that. I thought that was probably, to me, that was the biggest hypocritical statement made on television, made by a television announcer, and no one. I mean, what's the brother from CNN? He had to sit next to this brother.
Right. Yeah, they didn't even make a big deal.
They didn't make a big deal. Like, he had to sit next to this brother, and that just blew me away. I was on Twitter.
Wow.
I was going nuts. I was like, for real? This is what? So no one is going to do nothing about this statement here alone. And he still had a job and everything. And they said, well, you got to listen to what he say. I got some words for him. Yeah, I got some words for him.